number 1 of the Speedweeks Tour with the United Rebel Sprint Car Series. 25 laps of distance. We're green at WaKeeney. 3 wide further on back as they start to jockey for position off in a 1 and 2. Race leader going to be the 72 of Ray Seaman off in a 1 and 2. Further on back, they're going to start to dash for position. Zach Blurton on the top shelf. He's going to fall back like a rock further on back. Lap number 1, all going to be in the clutches of the 72 of Ray Seaman. Side-by-side battle further on back. Kobe Walters getting to the inside of Jeremy Hewish. That's a battle for 6 as they go down out of turn number 2 into the back straightaway. Side-by-side, Connor Thomas and Whit Gastineau battling for position. Down the back chute and into 3 and 4. Lap number 2 still being led by Ray Seaman. Slide jump! Here comes Whit Gastineau on a move! Whit Gastineau just slid it down in front of Brian Herbert. Kicked up some dust on the bottom of 1 and 2. Almost got up and around to Kobe Walters. Whit Gastineau trying to work his way up the field as caution flag will come out. We've got 2 cars together. Oh, no problems for one of your points leaders. Only 2 points behind Jeremy Hewish coming into tonight. And now the O show, Steven Richardson, problems at the bottom of turn number 2. Distance. Side-by-side battle with Hewish and now John Freeman down in a 1 and 2. Contact for a moment as Hewish is going to get into the front panel of John Freeman. Now 3-car breakaway for 3rd. Now Hewish going to look to the inside of the 911. Ty Williams and Jeremy Hewish side-by-side. Here comes John Freeman on the top shelf. 4-car battle now for 3rd. Here comes Kyler Johnson into the bottom side. Kyler Johnson right there plucking away at the bottom. He'll slide up in front of the 911 of Ty Williams. Down the back straightaway, the 45X back up to 4th. Here, single file as they go through the black stand. Goes down the back straightaway in 5th, all led by the 72 of Ray Seaman. Lap traffic starting to fall back and get into the clutches of the 72 of Ray Seaman. We've seen a race last season at Dodge City Raceway Park where the Rainman had trouble getting around a lap car. Now will that be the deciding factor again tonight? And can the Rainman get around the lap traffic as he starts to set sights on the 6th car down into turns 1 and 2? Ray Seaman now closed in on lap traffic, but here comes the number 20 car of Jeremy Hewish. Gets up around the 11K for 2nd. We got Slow car on the front straightaway. Kobe Walters out the pace. Will he bring out the caution? Kobe Walters off the pace right in front of your race leaders, and the caution flag's going to come out right as Ray Seaman was getting to lap traffic. Jeremy Hewish is up to 2nd, and the caution flag will pause drivers behind him for the next 11 laps. We come back to the green flag. Driver's going to pull down into 1 and 2. Look at Jake Martin's going to go up to the top shelf and get all the way around the 17 or the 81 of John Freeman. 3 wide. Here comes the 17X all the way to the bottom. Shoot it down there, and he'll take away that 7th spot. That's the 17X of Jake Martin's making moves. As they come back through the flag stand, Ray Seaman still leading the way. Off into turns 1 and 2. A car up and over the cushion. Out of turns 3 and 4. We stay green. So now Taylor Velasquez is going to fall back. Caution flag will come out yet again for a car off the top of turn number 4. I believe that is the 9th. Halfway home. Halfway to go. Back to the green flag here at WaKeeney Speedway. Jake Martins gets another beautiful restart on the top shelf as they sail it down into 1 and 2. Here comes the Rocket. Jeremy Hewish down the back straightaway. Side-by-side battle for the lead. Here comes the Rocket. Down into 3 and 4 on the top shelf. Now race leader. It's the 20. Jeremy Hewish here at WaKeeney. He's been inevitably fast all season long. He went back-to-back in the Colorado weekend, picked up the first win of the season, and now tonight he'll win his 5th race of the season. Jeremy Hewish, the Rocket, back in victory lane with the United Rebel Sprint Car Series. Speedweeks Tour, Jeremy Hewish in victory lane. Jeremy, you had to work your way up through the field. Multiple restarts were at the upper hand for you tonight. Just talk about all those opportunities, and the most obvious one, that restart going out of turn number 2 where you took the lead down the back straightaway and went toe-to-toe with one of the oldest veterans in the field.
Yeah, you know, that was pretty cool. I was pretty worried about starting 8th, but the track crew nailed it. It was perfect. It was real racy. It took just a tiny bit of rubber there in the late race, but nothing to complain about. It was a great racetrack, and I got to thank Craig Myers for an absolute amazing power plant. This thing freaking rips. So we put this team together this year, and we're kicking ass, and I think we proved it tonight, so I'm really proud of this team.
I had mentioned you made the decision over the offseason to stop racing in your own car. You put a 360 in the 88J, and you got the opportunity to come drive Luke Cranston's car, and it has been lights out all season long. You're now 5th win of the season, and the horizon is only getting closer here. You feel like you can go out and grab maybe all these wins here this week in the Speedweeks tour.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. This racing deal, it's a big confidence deal. You want to have a lot of confidence behind you and a great team, and luckily right now we have both, so I'm really excited to see how the rest of the weekend goes, but we're not going to get a big head, and we're going to stay humble and see what happens with these next few tracks that we typically run good at, and we'll see what happens.
You mentioned that in the points battle, you got a good cushion. I don't know if you knew, but the 0 did not finish tonight. Problems out of turn number 2, got wadded up. So now that kind of sits in the back of your mind. You got a little bit of a cushion with that, but there's no off week and there's no off race. You guys have to give 110% every single night as we keep going through. We're at the midway point of this 30-race schedule season.
Yeah, absolutely. Last weekend when we were racing URSS, we had a little bit of an off weekend, and we ended up losing a right rear tire on a rubber down racetrack, and that was kind of our night that we kind of messed up, and I hate to see it, but Steven's night was tonight, so hopefully they can get it back together and we can race it out for the rest of the weekend, but we'll take it when we can get them, and we'll see if we can't stretch that lead a little bit more.
Obviously, we were going to talk to the podium finishers, but it looks like they've went down to back into the pit lane. So real quick, you got a huge team down here that really helps this 20 car stay fast all season long. From your crew chief, Cade, to everybody that's standing down here, even the car owner, Cranston's. I mean, it takes a huge family operation to make this thing get into victory lane every night, and you guys parked it yet again.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We got everybody from our DNS sponsors that are on the car. We're meeting with our LDI sponsor tomorrow. We got Steve Cranston with SNS, main sponsor on here. We got my wife and kids. We got my sister and her daughter. We got Clayton Snyder down here. We got Cade's girlfriend, Todd Davis. I mean, we have a whole group of people down here. So to be able to put it in victory lane with everybody here is really special.
Give it a round of applause. Night number 1 of the Speedweeks Tour. Jeremy Hewish is your winner here at WaKeeney.